Greetings, everyone. Sunday afternoon. What is going on? My good friend Sam just said, let's go live for a bit. So let's do it. Sammon and Garfunkel. Live. Sam should join me in a second. Not much going on a Sunday afternoon. There we go. Sam's right here. Okay. I got to copy and paste you, Sam. Hold on a second, buddy. There you are. Giddy up. 2 people watching. That's probably me and you. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Glad you asked me to do this, Sam. I was kind of just sitting here. Well, Sam must be doing his hair. There he is. Here he comes. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Glenn.
I'm glad you asked me to do this.
Yeah, I literally just got home. I'm always out and about. We always do like late lunch Sunday, the whole family, and we just drag our feet to get home. And I had 2 options. I could either do this or take a nap because I'm full of Mexican food.
Well, I've been horizontal on the couch all day, but I haven't been napping. I've been listening to music and watching the Blue Jays smoke the Red Sox 12-1 in the 8th inning right now.
I think the main kicker of why I wanted to do this, speaking of Blue Jays, is I was sitting here. I'm halfway through our friend Rob's new video, and I said, why am I doing this when I could be, talking?
Yeah, I haven't even watched it yet.
So, I mean, yeah.
I noticed he hasn't commented on any of mine, so I'm going, why the hell am I watching this?
Or mine, yeah. So I'm just gonna. He's just complaining about all the grails that he has and why he's loaded full of top-notch records, butcher covers, and
Hey, cardboard guy. Butcher cover. That's everybody has a butcher cover. Show something good.
I know. Show something good. Well, he's already talking about Sheryl Crow. So
let's see Tuesday night supper club or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, he's talking about how much he screwed up not getting the Record Store Day exclusive. But
I think he's trying to save his money. I think he's going to sell his butcher cover to get tickets for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I saw her next leg. She's coming to Florida, so maybe your daughter can get
Oh my God, because she's. I don't think my daughter's a Swiftie. So she's doing 6 shows in Toronto. November 2024.
Wow,
tickets are on sale. I think it's this coming Wednesday, or it was last Wednesday. I think it's this coming Wednesday or something.
I think it's coming up. Yeah, I don't think anything's gone on sale yet.
And there's already on StubHub, even though the tickets haven't been sold yet, they're already trying to sell them on StubHub ahead of time.
I believe it.
For $2,000 a piece.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, you gotta put the email in the Ticketmaster, and then you get that lotto. That's how my sister got hers in Pittsburgh.
Is this one of my? Is this one of those fear of missing out things? This Taylor Swift concert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every I don't know anybody that's seen Taylor Swift in their hometown. Like everybody that I know that's gone have traveled like 5-6 hours to go see her.
I don't know. If you just knocked on my door and said, "Hey, I got tickets for Taylor Swift," have you got anything good?
Yeah, right. I'm seeing. I know I said the other night, but I'm seeing Jason Isbell on Wednesday.
I'd rather see Jason Isbell.
Yeah, and this is a much better venue. It's a very small like civic center that's here. It holds. It might hold. I don't even think it holds 3,000 people. So, and actually tickets haven't been selling well. I got mine for like $25.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I'd love to hear that. Parking's going to be a breeze. It's not like a metropolis. Like I can get in and out of there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. And no one's going to frisk you and
no. And it's going to be good music.
Yeah, and you're going to have better sound. You're going to actually be able to see the guy.
I'll definitely be able to see
him. Not watch it on a screen.
Mm-mm. No, it's gonna be good. I'm not even a big Isbell fan, but I'm like, I feel like I need to see him. Like, that's one of those things. I know Mike MGK Boston just saw him, and he freaked out. He thought it was so good.
I feel like I should get a Jason Isbell album or should listen to a couple to see, because I get the feeling he's probably got something good there.
Southeastern is the big one. It came out 10 years ago now.
Yeah. What band was he in? A band too?
He was in the Drive-By Truckers.
Drive-By Truckers, yeah.
And now it's Jason Isbell in the 400 unit or his current band.
Yeah.
But no, people. I mean, he's married to Amanda Shires, the fiddle player.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, they've been married for a good while. She's kind of like his June Carter. Like, she kind of got him out of like his drug addiction.
Oh.
He was on all sorts of like, Oxycontin and stuff like that.
Didn't he make a bluegrass album too?
That's Sturgill Simpson.
Oh, is it? Okay, I always get all these guys mixed up.
Yeah, they're about the same age, like late 40s. Yeah, I think because Sturgill did too, because Sturgill started in bluegrass before he became big, and did like the festival circuit and everything. But and I finally got a gig myself. I signed up for one in October, so it's a little ways away, but I'm lined up for another one.
Whereabouts?
The same place that I had. It's the bar and restaurant at the hotel.
Oh, cool. How did the last one go?
It was good. That one was cool because I did two that week. I did a Thursday and a Sunday, two different places. But they're both so fun. I mean, it's so.
How many people show up at these things?
The bar is different because it isn't a hotel. So a lot of times you have people that are like there for like, because it's at a college. So you have people there for like conferences. So people will come and get a couple of drinks and then move on to their next meeting, or they'll just bill it to their room. So like there, I never have probably more than 15 people in the room, but it's a small bar. I mean, it's like the size of my apartment.
Yeah.
And then the other place is an actual like family restaurant. And so that one, last time I was there, that they probably had close to capacity on the ground floor, which is about probably 50 people.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then what's cool about that place is they leave envelopes on the table for tipping the musicians, so that, because some people are like nervous to walk up to you, and put the stuff in the jar.
Yeah.
So like the wait staff, when they're cleaning off the tables, they'll check the envelope and then they'll come up to me and drop it in the jar.
Nice.
So the bar, I make more money at the bar because that one they give me a straight check of $75, even if nobody shows up, and then additional tips and a free meal. The other place, it's like a guaranteed 75. So like if you don't make 75 in tips, they'll cover you to get to 75 and then the free meal. So actually, last time I played at the restaurant was the most I'd ever made in tips. I made like $85 in tips.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I was happy with that. That was a step up.
Speaking of $85, I won Richard McCook's contest. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, I saw.
And it worked out to $86 Canadian.
Did you watch the video? Did you see how close I was?
No, well, I didn't see your number. I just knew my own number was 10, so I wasn't paying attention.
You saw how he did it. He was like, it was like processing. So like, we both made the final pot that he like the pot of 15. So he's going to draw 4 names out before he got to your name. Who was number 4? I was number 4.
Oh no, I didn't notice that.
I was the last name drawn before he drew your blasted name.
Oh man.
Because I commented, I was like, it's like another contest that I barely lose. And he's like, your buddy Glenn is going to be happy about that one. So I'm sure he's going to give me crap about it.
Wow, that was good. When I first got into VC and I was entering contest after contest after contest, I won like 3 in a row. I was like Mr. Lucky.
I remember.
And then I never won another one for like freaking 2.5 years.
Well, see, yeah, I only do it for people that I consider friends now. Like,
me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I only won one, and he's in the comments. Larry Graves.
Larry's here.
The biggest YouTuber ever, and I won his contest.
Hey, Larry, this is really spontaneous. If you want to join us, we got nothing to talk. We're just chatting. Feel free.
Clear your schedule, Larry.
There's a link just above, a couple of things above. So, hello, Cardboard Head Guy.
I've been listening to a lot of Steve Earle lately. I got all those Steve Earle albums on New West. I just listened to his Austin City Limits.
When is the Cosmic Torpedoes reunion coming? Maybe early September. I'm trying. That contest was fixed.
Yeah, it was.
So was yours. Larry's was fixed. Didn't you win that?
His very first one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever won.
Hey, Rob, do you want to come
We
on
were
and
just,
show us some grails?
we were just talking about
There's
you.
a link up. There's a link up there, buddy. Just go back.
I was watching
What
your
is-
video, Rob, and I said I don't want to watch this. I want to do a live stream, so I
Yeah,
paused
yeah.
it.
We wanted to do something interesting, so we stopped watching your video.
You're showing off
I'm
all that
eating
wealth.
and my stomach comes first. What's on it, Larry?
Extra gluten.
It's gluten free. I know that.
I'm full of corn chips and
As soon as I knew you're coming on, have you listened to Ian No yet?
not yet.
Come on.
Not yet. The end of my day, when you sent it to me, the end of my day got busy at work, and then I just haven't gotten to it. But I'm in the office tomorrow. I can listen to it probably easier there than I can here.
So I took
still got it pulled up.
I took my $86 yesterday and spent it right away. I bought a couple of jazz albums.
Oh, he already sent it to you.
I bought Kenny Burrell, the Tone Poet Kenny Burrell album. That's you always see he's kind of got a cartoon picture of him playing a guitar or something.
Yeah.
White cover. And the other one was the Cannonball Adderley Something Else album with Miles Davis. And
yeah. How is it?
Coltrane, I think. And so they're coming Tuesday.
Were those through like acoustic sounds?
Well, I bought them on Amazon. So one's a Tone Poet and one's the Cannonball Adderley, I think, is a Tone Poet too, but I bought a cheaper one called it's a Wax Time label. I don't know.
I don't know that.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, I bought all those albums on acoustic sounds, and they're all jazz, and I've been loving them. I bought Blue Train on Amazon, and I love that.
Yeah.
I
really like Blue Train.
Yeah.
A lot of Coltrane fans don't like that album. I think they think it's too wimpy or something. Like
it's too mainstream from where he was coming from with Miles Davis.
Yeah. But I really like it.
That's 57, I think, that year.
Was that when that came out? Yeah.
And I also got two Bill Evans records that are really good. One of them is called Trio 65, which is really good. And then there's one, it's live in New York, and it was like recorded 2 weeks after his dad passed away in 1966. And he wrote this long requiem, like a 14-minute piece for his dad just on solo piano. It's beautiful. I love Bill Evans. He's right up there for me.
Yeah. Did you ever listen to Grant Green, the guitar player?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's really good. Jazz guy. And I noticed that somebody recommended, I've got one of his albums called Idle Moments, and there's another one called Green Street, but there was one, the title slips me, but it's all spiritual songs done like in a jazz thing. I was listening to it. It actually sounded really good. Like the first song's Just a Closer Walk with Thee.
Mm-hmm.
That done with jazz guitar.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I can't remember the name of the album. You should check it out, though. It looked pretty good.
The Avett Brothers just opened with that the other day. They're on the Outlaw tour right now with Willie Nelson. They're one of the couple of bands that are touring with him.
Yeah, and so's Kathleen Edwards, great Canadian singer-songwriters on that tour too.
I think Margot Price is in and out of there too.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That'd be a cool tour because it's a rotating cast who he gets in there.
Willie's still rocking.
He sounds good. Did you listen to his the latest single? Still Moving Does?
No.
Because he's got that Bluegrass album coming out of his.
When's that coming out?
I think in a couple of weeks. It is. I'm looking now. September 15th.
Rob, I'm watching that too at the sound down. It's 13-1. Just turn the sound down and come on. What the heck?
Still moving to me. Yeah, that's what the song. Yeah, Rob,
I haven't heard it. Is it off the Bluegrass album?
Yeah, it was the second single. Yeah.
Who's playing on the Bluegrass album with them? Do you know any? Is it?
Yeah, it's it's his guys. Dan Tominski from Union Station is going to be on there. Let's see.
Love Dan.
Ron Block is playing banjo.
Oh, Ron Block. He's from Union Station too.
Yep. Aubrey Haney is playing fiddle. She's from Sugar Hill Records.
Yeah.
she's a session person. She's won all sorts of like best fiddle player awards by the country music. Like I said, his people. So Mickey Raphael is on there. Some other people with Seth Taylor on mandolin. Rob Ikes on dobro.
Rob Ikes is awesome. I got a couple of his solo albums. He's a great dobro player
from Blue Highway.
Yeah.
So that looks like it. And then his son Micah did the artwork.
Oh, cool. Oh, he's got some good players with him. That should be interesting.
And then the bass player Barry Bales is from Union Station.
He's from Union Station too.
So it's mostly the Union Station guys.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Barry Bales. When I first saw you, when I was working for Mariposa and actually got to meet Alison Krauss and some of the guys in Union Station, the festival took place on Toronto Islands, just off, like you got to take a ferry over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we got them over to the island. They played their show. When they came back, like it's a 10-minute ferry ride on a lake. It's not like you're on the middle of Atlantic Ocean. I'm pretty sure it was Barry Bales got seasick on the ferry, and sick as a dog. Like this, they were literally carrying him off the boat. He was so sick.
I can relate to that. I get motion sick really easily.
I salute the Cosmic Torpedoes. Way to go, Patrick. We salute you back.
Like hee-haw, salute.
Yeah. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey, Christian.
Joining the jazz bums now? No,
we're not bummy enough.
We're not good enough. Yeah,
we put ourselves together.
Sam, I got a question.
Oh,
I saw your video about Nick Drake. I was wondering what album should I start with?
Well, he only has 3. So if you like straight acoustic, it's Pink Moon. That's like his most successful, which is the last one. If you're a fan of Astral Weeks by Van Morrison and a lot more orchestration, then the second one is called Brighter Later. And then the first one, which is called Five Leaves Left, is kind of a mix of both. I mean, there's not one that you listen to and you're like, ooh, that one's weak. They're all top tier stuff. So it kind of comes down to preference. If you prefer more orchestration or just him and guitar.
Yeah, I think I'd like the guitar one. That's the third one, right?
Pink Moon. Pink Moon is essentially just him and guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should get that one next.
I got one of those compilations. I mentioned it in my Nick Drake video. I was waiting for it, and I got it through Amazon used. It was like $3, and so I was like, "That's great." So I got it. I was driving to breakfast yesterday, and the first 2 songs played nice in my CD player. Third one, there was one skip, and I was like, "Okay, I'll overlook that." Got to like track 5. Just like it was like just glitching, and then I skipped to track 6. Track 6, it was doing the same thing. So I contacted Amazon. I was like, "Hey, like several tracks are skipping," and they said because it was sold through a third party, they said keep the CD. We'll just refund you the money. So I found it later on. I found it on eBay for like $13. So because it's got some of the remastered tracks that I don't have. So I've got a really busted copy of that if anybody wants it.
That's too bad that they're doing that.
Yeah. Look who it is.
Glenn getting spontaneous. John, do you want to join us, or you're doing the family thing this afternoon? More than welcome.
John, I re-listened yesterday to your cover, and then this morning I listened to the original while I was making breakfast, and that's become like a top song for me, like right now to listen to. I
still haven't watched John's.
It's such an emotional song. If you watch the original music video, it'll rip your heart right out.
Yeah.
It's the guy, James Blunt. It's about his dad in 2019 needed a liver transplant, and he couldn't find a donor. And so thankfully with like the aid of the song, they were able to find somebody to match him. But like the music video, it's like just a zoom in of his face singing the song, and like he's crying. And then like the last verse, it zooms out and his dad is sitting right next to him, like staring at him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough.
Wow.
But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
Man, I worked with this woman whose husband needed a liver transplant, and they just couldn't find a donor. And it got to the point where it was like he was dying, and they basically the last meeting they had, she came in to work that next day and said, yeah, they told them just go home and get your affairs in order. You know, nothing more we can do, right? And then the next morning, she comes in and said, they called us that night. Somebody died and they have somebody.
Wow.
So
oh my
talk
word.
about
yeah. That's like being like going to the electric chair like the last hours when the governor calls to pardon you.
But the sad part is after he got the transplant, after a couple of months it rejected and he died, he passed away.
Oh my word.
But just, you know, that's awful. It's a terrible thing.
Wow.
Glenn, I saw your video today in Cosmic. I know I screwed up. I should have picked Bayou Country. I have like 4 CCR CDs just sitting right there, and I just grabbed one. I wasn't even thinking of which one I wasn't intentionally trying to grab Cosmos Factory, and because for some reason I had it in my head they all came out the same year. I don't know. Yeah, I screwed up. My apologies. Is that why no one's watching? So I lost all my credibility?
Right, yeah, you gotta take a break in YouTube jail.
They're going, that idiot doesn't know anything. Hey, Prog Hat.
Hey, Edward.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I screwed up.
No, I screwed up too. A few videos, and people they just can't wait to tell me what I did wrong.
Yeah, people always jump on it. I like the one time I made a video and I had my earphones plugged into the iPad to make the video, but I didn't, and it's got a mic on it, right?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't put them on, and I did the whole video chatting away and everything like that. And I was on my way out the door and I didn't have time to, I usually rewatch a couple of minutes of it to make sure everything's working. I didn't, I just uploaded it. And then I went out, come back a couple hours later, the first comments from this guy going, like, you're an idiot. Why don't you get some equipment that works? And why don't you just slamming me? I go, Jesus, buddy. Relax.
That's hilarious. No, I know people all the time are telling me, like, I did one, it was like best albums of, I don't know, like 1969 or something. And I talked about Led Zeppelin 1 coming out in 69. And I mean, they just hammered me like, it didn't come out in 69. Just like, all right. All right. Like, you make the video. Golly.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. So I was off by a year.
I know. I was off by a year. It was actually a few months. It was like late 68 when it came out.
Led Zeppelin 1?
I think so, right?
I think it's 69. I said 69 in my video, wasn't it? But you could be right.
So, I might have said it came out in 70. It was one of the other.
Okay.
It was January of 69 in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yes, it was recorded in 68 in London. Yeah. So I screwed something up, and it was like a year off or just a few months off. And
excuse me.
Excuse me.
Facts.
I'm not Jimmy Page. I'm sorry. I don't know.
How dare you get on a video and make a mistake?
I know.
Yeah.
That's when you want to ask the person, like, what do you do for a living where you've never made a mistake? Because I would love to have that job. I had a supervisor one time that said, if you don't make mistakes, that's a telltale sign that I know you're not working.
Yeah.
Hey, Marsha.
Hey, Marsha. Marsha, do you want to come on with us? We've never had Marsha on. I'm going to put the link up again. I can't do 2 things at once and talk.
Yeah, you can't chew gum and skip a 1 foot. Are you a gum chewer, Glenn?
No, I can't stand it.
Really?
Are you?
Has that always been the case?
No, when I was a kid, I ate gum, but chewed on gum. But since I'm an adult, no, it just drives me nuts. I'm going. It just seems so weird.
Yeah, I used to, but I bite my mouth so much, I don't do it anymore. I eat mints. Yeah, I chomp too hard. I get too excited. Yeah.
You can get sugar-free Jolly Ranchers now. They're good.
I always carry Lifesavers in my pocket. like the mints and the fruit flavor ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcia, come on with us. I put a link up. We'd love to have you. Are you guys excited for the Who's Next box set?
Yes.
I'd be more excited if I had $400.
For the vinyl version?
Oh, no, that's just for the CDs.
Oh, it is in Canada?
$3.93 up here.
Really? It's like $2.99 here, I think. Or even might be $2.50.
Thanks, Mike, doing house chores today, so no makeup on. Nobody wants to see that. LOL. Well, Sam and I don't have makeup on.
Well, Glenn doesn't have makeup on.
Edward, according to my analytics, people only watch the first few minutes of my video, so I rarely get called out for making a mistake.
Yeah.
So there's a good pointer. Don't make a mistake in the first 2 minutes of your videos.
After that, just screw it up.
Sam, there are support groups for aggressive gum chewers. There's hope. Aggressive gum chewers. AGC. Do you suffer from AGC? Aggressive gum chewing?
Yeah.
I suppose when you watch like cable news, they always have all those commercials for drugs and pharmaceutical commercials.
Yep.
But they don't have one for aggressive gum chewing.
No. Although as an older person, gum chewing can mean something different. It just means you don't have any teeth.
Yeah.
I
got on my own, then. They're here.
Yeah.
They're mine. Yeah.
My dad's stepfather used to do the thing with his dentures where he would take the bottom and just like stick it out and just like rattle them together. I always thought that was so fascinating as a little kid. I would just stare at him like, how do you do that?
We had to look after my old uncle before he passed away a few years ago. He was the last one of that, my mom's group left, and he'd take his, like, if you had to take him out for dinner or something like that, you'd be sitting across from him and he'd take his teeth out and put them on the table in front of you, like, just go in there. And if he didn't do that, he was wearing a shirt with a pocket, he'd take them out and put them in his pocket. They're not wrapped up or anything.
Oh, that's disgusting. All the fuzz and everything.
When I was Sam's age, I could get away without wearing makeup as well. Marcia, did you listen to Tom Waits' Rain Dogs again?
I was drooling. Josh, his latest video, he always changes the background of his, like, every record is different. He had like all of his Tom Waits albums. I was drooling at his newest one.
September 1st, I'll be in Florida when they come out, and I'm going to buy them when I'm down there, because it says here when you on the pre-order on Amazon, it's September 22nd.
Okay.
And it's September 1st, so I'm hoping they're still going to come out on the 1st.
I mean, like I said the other night, I bought all the CDs. I don't know how I'm going to do the vinyl yet, though.
I'm going to get the vinyl.
There's 32. Are you going to get them all?
Yes. Yeah.
See, you're making me want them.
Well, it's 4. I think 4 come out on September 1st, or 3. 3 or 4. Rain Dogs, Swordfish Trombones, and
Bone Machine?
No, that doesn't come out till October. 2 come out in October. Black Rider and I think Black Rider and Bone Machine come out in October.
I know Josh is going to be all over him. Tom Waits is his favorite.
Yeah, I'm going to grab them because I just don't think they're going to be around long.
Yeah, it's the mid period, so yeah, it's 5 of them.
Yeah, so 3 come out on the 1st of September, and 2 come out in October.
Yeah, Swordfish Trombones, Rain Dogs, and Frank's Wild Years on the 1st, and then 22nd. Wait a minute. Oh, the 1st of September, 22nd on vinyl. The 1st is on CD.
Oh no! Okay, so 22nd on vinyl. So I won't be in the States.
Bone Machine, Black Rider on October 6th.
That changes my whole plan then, because I was going to take some records down and trade them in at the store and buy the vinyl down there, because I figured it'd be cheaper than it is up here.
They're $24.72 right now on Amazon US.
Yeah, and I think they're 40 or some bucks up here.
On his site, they were like 32 before all the, shipping and taxes and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order them then. I
might actually order those tonight on vinyl.
Are you gonna get the vinyl now? I talked you into it.
I don't know. I
just don't think they'll be around. They won't press they won't press them, so they're in unlimited quantity. At some point, people are gonna buy them out.
Did you see the latest? Was it the UHBQ? Is Love Supreme for $150?
I don't know why anybody would do that.
It comes with the other. It comes with like the other that's been cut by Kevin Gray. So it's 2 copies of it essentially. But somebody was telling me that like the plates that they used on one were also used like 4 or 5 years ago for the most recent one that came out. So like it's so similar, and people have done like the A/B comparisons. Yeah. It is just so minor for that price increase.
To tell you the truth, if you have a good pressing, like a cheap pressing of an album, and it sounds really good to you, if you listen to one of the audiophile pressings, you don't hear that much of a difference. You hear a little bit, but it's not enough for
it's not $150
difference. I'll tell you that. No. But
they said that the guy that I'm talking about, he said, because like I asked, I said, is like, do you think that these things will drop in price? He said they're still trying to pawn off the last Steely Dan ones that came out. He's like, they made a bunch and they haven't been selling and they're not moving them.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they'll, in a year that they'll drop this thing down to like $75.
They don't seem to.
I still won't get it because
they don't seem to drop the prices down on these. They're pretty
probably
strict.
They can't afford it.
Yeah. Hi, Glenn. Have you ever done a basement-based review of Dylan's basement tapes? No, I have never done that, and it wouldn't be that great a review anyway. It's an album I don't listen to. Do you listen to basement tapes very often?
No,
I don't think it's
actually. That's the only
Dylan historical document I would call it than some pleasurable listen.
That's the only Dylan album I don't own in any format. Is the basement tapes.
Really?
I have the bootleg, like the complete, but I know it's different because they're like overdubs from the 70s on the album. But no, I don't. That's the only one I don't own.
And actually, that's my least favorite of the bootleg series.
I can see that because it's raw. Like it's very raw.
Too raw. It's almost like some of it's not even good. Like it's a hard listen for me.
Like you said, it's a historical document, and it's interesting that like how much they were doing in that brief period, like how many songs that they were just jamming on.
Yeah. That's a set I could, just because I'm kind of a completist in that bootleg series. It's the only reason I keep it. I would never listen to it. I could trade that in and not even think twice about it. I would never even miss it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one I should take with me to the States.
Oh, to sell?
Yeah.
I know me and you were in the same boat about the cutting edge that we are waiting for that price to drop, and it doesn't.
It never drops.
It doesn't. It's like 120 here.
I've got a $75 max on that one. That's what I'm willing to spend.
I'm kind of up there too because it's like one whole disc of Like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
I'm like I wouldn't listen to it more than once.
Yeah, I know. It'd be nice to have, but I got the smaller box set, the 2 or 3 CD.
I have the 2 CD set. Yeah.
I never listened to it. So what am I going to do with the people?
That was the first time because I bought that one before I bought the bootleg 1 through 3. So that was the first time I ever heard Farewell Angelina, and that song blew me away.
Yeah.
When I heard it. So that was like worth it to me.
Yeah. How much stuff when you go through your collection could you go like, I don't want to part with this, but I never listened to it?
A lot.
I know, isn't it crazy?
I have a few.
You got an emotional attachment to it, but you don't have a musical attachment to it.
Yeah, I have a few albums like that. Actually, I've got a bunch. I have a few Ringo albums like that. I'm kind of looking over here. I don't listen to a lot of later Zeppelin albums, like Presence and.
I like Presence. I would never listen to Coda.
I just don't.
I only have it on CD. I would never buy the vinyl of it. I got it on CD, which I probably bought for $10 or something. So
yeah.
I'm okay with that. You don't have a big financial investment in it.
I was gonna say if you could go through your collection right now and let's say albums you haven't heard in 2 years, how many albums do you think you would pull and put them in like how empty would your shelf look?
Wow, that's good. A lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like they always say, like, if you don't wear a certain, pair of clothes in like 2 years, you should give it to charity.
Yeah,
Because
or
you'll never.
when they say you clean your house out with the,
Mhm.
just every once in a while, downsize. You just if something you haven't used in a year, like get rid of it, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's a more of an emotional attachment than a musical attachment, like I said. But I
Well,
was going to go through my vinyl and start getting rid of some stuff because there's quite a bit.
Well, that's the thing, especially like coming on YouTube, and I'm very appreciative of like VCLT and all that stuff. But like a lot of times, people will send me a bunch of stuff, and I can't. It's not something I want to put my time toward.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I hate
Well, I
because I
say pay
want to.
it forward. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't
No,
think
and
you need
yeah,
to.
I have a tote bag that's been sitting by my kitchen now for probably 3 months, full of records that I need to take to my record store. And if he doesn't want them, then I'm going to give them to a thrift store. They're not great records. I mean, there's some like, there was stuff that was given to me that aren't of the greatest of shape, and if I want those records again, I want them, higher
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah, I got yeah, I'm trying to go through a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to go through artists that I don't really need. Like I was going, oh, I got to have everything, and then I go, but I don't. Like Eric Clapton was a perfect example. I must have had 30 Eric Clapton albums on CD, but there's only like 6 that I really, really like.
Yeah.
The other ones I never listened to.
Yeah.
August, and there's a whole bunch that just aren't that good.
Well, that's the same with like I love Jackson Brown, but I mean I've even got Jackson Brown albums where I'm like some of that stuff from the '80s. I'm like I've listened to it once or twice, but I want it because like I'm Jackson Brown's one of those artists. I want everything that he put out on vinyl because they're so cheap, and it's like that's an easy one. I like him a lot, but
I'm just up to Running on Empty. I want that. And first one to Running on Empty are the go-to ones for me, and then after that, Lives in the Balance I like, and I'm Alive. They're the ones. Other than that, I don't care.
And I'm Alive is probably harder to find because that was from like '91 or so or 2.
Yeah, I have it on CD.
Yeah, I don't have that one in any format.
Yeah, that's a good. That was one of his stronger albums because it was good. Every song's good.
Yeah. Well, that's what he opened when I saw him. That's what he opened with. That was my first show after COVID, and when he opened with that, I got tears in my eyes.
Yeah,
it was very emotional.
It's a really good album if you can find it. But yeah, I got to start going through and be a bit more hard ass about what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping. It's kind of silly. But I go through and I go, no, I can't get rid of that. I can't get rid of that.
Would you say? Do you think
I might like it one day?
Do you have more filler in your CD collection or your vinyl? Because I know your vinyl collection you've just been rebuilding the past few years.
Vinyl, I've got a lot of filler because I got a lot of stuff that I used to like a friend of mine, good friend of mine who, we grew up with together and listened to music together and lived together for a while and stuff like that. He gave me his record collection of about 200 records.
Oh, yeah.
And, I've got a lot of stuff that him and I used to like when we were teenagers. Like we were big Charlie Daniels Band fans.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me all his Charlie Daniels Band albums. I don't think I'll ever listen to Charlie Daniels Band again. Yeah. I could keep one album and be happy.
Yep.
But it's not that I don't like it. It's just not my thing anymore.
I know Chris Prophy just put a video. I haven't watched it yet, where he was talking about crappy albums that he owns because he's a completist. I did watch it, and one of them he mentioned was like "Pull It" by the Monkees. Like he has that album just because he loves the Monkees so much that he wants all their albums. And that's kind of an interesting idea. Like, why do you own this album? Is it because you like that album, or because you need everything by this artist? And
because you're a completist on a certain artist. Yeah, I'm saying like John Hyde. I know you bought that Mudslide album or whatever it was.
Good album.
It's good, but I'm telling you, if I'm listening to John Hyde, it's Bring the Family and Slow Turning. I don't need anything else.
Yeah, I get that.
I love John Hyde. Love him, but
and it might be different because of like the stage of music that I'm listening to right now is that I'm absorbing still a lot of music. But I can see because my friend Tommy, he always talks about that, like, and he's in his late 40s and he's talking about, and he's like, even now he's like, I don't really have an interest in bringing in a whole lot of new, but I know you, on the other hand, you've brought in a lot of new music since being on YouTube of groups that you love, like Caravan and, groups like that you didn't know about really. That you're
I'm much more excited discovering something different than I do than buying stuff that I'm already aware of.
Yeah.
Like when I got that money from Richard, the $86 on Amazon, it took me a whole day to figure out what to buy. Like I couldn't find anything from my favorite artists that I wanted. And so I went, okay, I'm going to buy some stuff that I, don't have.
Yeah.
And that might be a bit off the wall. So
I get that. And I mean, when I won Larry's contest, what he wanted, like he was asking, he told me I should buy that Gene Clark album. And I was like, sure. Cause like, it was like the deluxe edition for, $25. And so I was like, to just kind of blind buy an album for $25 on CD. I was like, yeah, but then Larry, I won $50. And so I was like, yeah, sure. I'll do it. So things like that, like I'll do, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. If it's Mad Money, you don't, it's a bit different, right?
Yeah. You don't, you don't bite your tongue so much.
Christian did a huge vinyl purge recently. 80s Elton John as an example. Yeah, that's the one thing though, is you don't get a lot of money for especially CDs or even albums. Like they're kind of just generic records, those Elton John albums, right? You're not going to get you're going to get under $5 for the vinyl, and you're going to get maybe $1 for the CD if anybody wants it at all.
Yeah, you can find those and use. And even, I mean, unfortunately, people like Van Morrison fall in that category too. I love Van Morrison in the 80s and 90s, but those are thrift store records, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Which again is unfortunate.
But it's good if you're a fan though, and you can pick them up and you like them. It's nice that you can get them at a good price.
Yeah.
That's Van's good like that, because it's hard to find a really bad Van Morrison album.
It is. It is. And I mean, even Jackson Browne, I mean, a lot of his albums can be there's some snoozers to it, but he's always going to have 2 or 3 tracks or like, yeah, Jackson still got the chops.
Yeah.
He's just consistent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know who else I'm looking for stuff for. Miles Davis. I was thinking of getting some more Miles. I don't have Milestones. I noticed. I almost ordered that.
I've still got that Thelonious Monk comp or that box set in my cart. It's like $56 right now.
Yeah.
Is that the one? It was Thelonious Monk, right?
Oh, are you talking? Oh, the Mingus.
The Mingus.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
Yeah, I'm still got it in my cart.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get more jazz.
That's why I went to the acoustic sound sale. I bought 4 jazz records because I'm like, this is good stuff, and it's usually $42. I'm like, I can get this for 22. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. And it's audiophile stuff too, which I don't care about.
Really good. It's always interesting, that kind of stuff. Like I can put that stuff on; it just interests me. I don't get bored. So I'm always listening to a different sound or.
Yeah.
That's why I like that band Cake that I just kind of recently discovered, because it's like alternative rock from the 90s, I think. I don't know what decade it is actually.
Yeah, that album that you sent me was
everything's so quirky in it. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
And then they have a trumpet in the band. Like the trumpet does not belong in this band whatsoever. But it works.
Yeah.
And when it comes in, it's like, wow, that sounds great.
Yeah. That's cool. A lot of bands in the 90s were doing that. I mean, even like Bare Naked Ladies were doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know they're kind of, hit or miss for people.
I'm really enjoying the Uncle Tupelo albums I bought, the 2 of them. They're really good. I didn't ever pay any attention to them, but I really, because I was a big Sunvolt fan, not a Wilco fan, but
yeah.
And, the Uncle Tupelo stuff's really good. Good old country. Marcia P. confirms 90s band. Thank you. So it's Stale Cake is what you're saying.
It is Cake in the Rain.
Yeah. Yeah, someone left the cake out in the rain. Yeah, I'm really liking Cake. I'm done with vinyl and all in with CDs. Vinyl pricing has turned me off. I don't see it ever going back down to pre-pandemic pricing. I don't disagree with you, Christopher. I buy a lot more CDs than I buy vinyl. I think I like them both, but boy.
Gary from Physical Format Rock and Roll asked me the other day when I was doing my vinyl finds. He asked if I ever do any crate digging, because like all the records that I show on my finds are newer records that I buy on Amazon. And I told him, I said, my record store is so small. I rarely do crate digging unless I go to a show. Do you what percentage of your records are you getting online versus your store?
I'm fortunate that I've got that used CD store around me that somebody comes in and just loads them full of used vinyl for $8 a piece, no matter what it is. And so I'm crate digging in there all the time. So I'm always finding like one gem in there that's like for $8. I go, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I picked up I think it's the first Hall & Oates album. I could be wrong. Abandoned Luncheonette.
That's
it's got my favorite Hall & Oates song, She's Gone, is on there.
Love it.
And I bought it yesterday for $7.99 used in a crate dig. That was the only thing I picked up.
Yeah, that was their second. It's funny you mentioned that because yesterday, I was at the Daryl Hall and Todd Rundgren show, and it was just pouring down rain when I saw them. Just pouring down rain.
Wow.
And today it's pouring down rain here too, so just a nasty day.
We're good today. It's hot. It's a holiday weekend here.
Oh, is it?
I don't know what the hell they call it. Civic holiday, they call it. Whatever that means.
No, we don't have that. Our next holiday is Labor Day in September.
Yeah, we have that too. Yeah.
But I don't get off, so it doesn't matter to me. It's just a day.
Well, it's they're all the same to me. So.
Yeah, I know. There you go, Glenn.
Excuse me, Rick. You're in our wheelhouse now.
Indeed, Rick. Subscribe to
every one of those artists is freaking incredible. Bela Fleck's one of my absolute heroes. I'm a banjo player. Sierra Hull, great. Sarah Jarosz. Oh my God, Molly Tuttle. Billy Strings is freaking amazing.
So Rick, my sister opened one show for Sarah Jarosz 9 years ago. I saw Molly Tuttle open for Old Crow Medicine Show back in March. And I saw Billy Strings back in March for the first time as well. And I know Sierra Hull just did a duet with Old Crow on their newest album that's coming out. And my sister also met Rhiannon Giddens. And
she's awesome.
I think she has a new album coming out soon. Solo album.
So my bucket list for concerts was Tedeschi Trucks, #1. I got to see them in July. Mm-hmm. Billy Strings is my #1 guy now. I got to see this guy.
You'll get secondhand hide at the show. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, I'm dying to see him. I keep watching. He doesn't come anywhere near here. Yeah, I might have to make a pit stop somewhere in the U.S.
He doesn't come to Ontario.
He hasn't seemed to. A lot of these guys don't. Bailey used to come here all the time. He doesn't bring that My Bluegrass Heart show at all here. I don't know what's going on. I keep messaging him saying, "When are you coming to Canada, Bale?" Man.
Yeah, Billy Strings is always around this area. I mean, he's always.
Oh, I'm dying to see him. Dying. That would be like it's my #1 show. Wow, that's great, Rick. Who are your favorites of those? Like, tell us a little about your likes, and that's awesome.
Molly Tuttle was
that Aoife O'Donovan,
Aoife O'Donovan, yeah.
I saw her open for Nickel Creek a couple of weeks ago, and I bought her album called Age of Apathy. It's really good. It's her latest album.
Molly Tuttle.
If you get the 2 CD set, the one is with, it's still pretty sparse arrangements with a band, and the second one is her doing all the songs acoustically with just her and her guitar, and they're all great songs. She's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a regular on Chris Thiele's radio show.
Yeah.
She's my cousins saw that show a few days after your show. They came down here to Nickel Creek. Yeah.
And
they loved it. Yeah, they had just seen Punch Brothers were here earlier this year. One of the cousins was at that show too. So I've never seen either.
Punch Brothers are great. All those artists are great. Like if you get a chance to go see them, you should go.
But I know Molly Tuttle has a new album out. It's supposed to be very, very good. It's a bluegrass album. And her last one called Crooked Tree, it's just brilliant.
I have it.
Yeah.
Crooked Tree is so great. Good.
She does a lot with Ketch from Old Crow, who's now her boyfriend. They're dating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's funny because she's like a year older than me, and he's in his early 50s. So.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to Rick. Thank you so much for. We don't get very often that anybody mentions this kind of music.
No.
Everybody wants to talk about the Beatles and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Do you like Steely Dan?
You would be fried if you saw Billy Strings, Glenn. You would just blow your mind.
Yeah, I'm dying to see him. I love his banjo player too. I just love that. He's a good player too.
Yeah. And like I said, that guy, Alex Hargreaves, who plays fiddle, he is also in that Mighty Poplar group that came out.
Oh, okay. He's from Billy Strings too?
He plays with, as of like the last year and a half, he's been in Billy Strings band. And because he used to play with Sarah Droz I saw him when he was like 22 years old.
Oh, wow.
But he's probably about my age. But yeah, he's playing with Billy Strings now. So they're a quintet instead of a quartet.
Yeah, I got to look up. There's so much stuff for Billy Strings on YouTube too. Like he's almost covers, like the Grateful Dead, where he just likes everything out there, you know?
Yeah, and it's always neat to see pictures of him choosing his set list because he's got all of his songs and he just, highlights the ones that he's going to do every night.
Yeah. I've only got 2 of his albums. I think I need to get the rest.
That most recent one with him and his stepfather called Me and Dad is really good.
Yeah, Me and Dad. I haven't heard that one yet.
It's all traditional bluegrass tunes and gospel. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I need that one. There's one, I forget the other one.
And those early ones he did with Don Julian are really good.
Yeah.
The early ones, it's like it's like just him and a mandolin player. Yeah.
Good question. Are there any outtakes from any album that make you question why this isn't on the album? I think the classic one for me is Blind Willie McTell. Should have been on Infidels, the Dylan album.
Yep. There are a bunch of Tom Petty songs that should have been on albums that weren't. To me, and then the song, this particular version, the song "Surfs Up" by the Beach Boys. There's an acoustic version of just Brian Wilson playing piano that is it's a top tier performance. That should have been the version on the album and not the orchestrated version, I think. Bob Dylan has so many songs that are perfect songs that he just didn't put on anything.
Yeah.
Not even a beat.
That didn't make any of his albums. He left them off. Yeah.
Just hundreds of songs.
The series is now what, 17 volumes?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's talking about potentially winding that series down, which I hate the idea of. They just don't think there's any interest.
Wow. Well, I'd like to see him release some live stuff from more current.
From like 2000
to 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, the Never Ending Tour series or something.
Because they record all those shows.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're not doing that. And why is he not announcing new tour dates?
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I hope he feels okay.
Yeah.
That's always a concern when you're, 82 years old.
Yeah, he's probably taking a rest. Yeah, well deserved. He's been, just keeping it quiet.
I've got a friend who keeps texting me. He's like, "You think this is it? You think this is it? Is he done?" I was like, don't wish that upon him.
I think Bob wants to drop on stage. I really do. I think he's just one of those, like a troubadour. He just wants to go out.
Yeah.
With his guitar in his hand and.
Yeah. Because the dates are advertised as going through next year, the Rough and Rowdy Ways tour. But
I know.
You would think by this point
that might be it. That might be it after 2024.
Because he'd be 83.
Or he just picks and chooses and does certain dates,
or residency, because he loves going to the Beacon.
Yeah, the Beacon or something.
The Forum.
Yeah. I don't think he'd I don't know. Wow.
Well, did you see that Paul Simon's talking about he's already like 3 songs in for his next album?
That's good. Instant buy for me.
He said because he can't tour right now with his ear. Well, he's not going to tour, but he can't play. He said the only thing that keeps him going is writing, and so he's doing that. And he's like, it's essentially like 7 psalms, like just a step up.
Yeah.
So it's at the same kind of vein. So I bet you'll be getting a Paul Simon album in a year.
I sure hope so. That'd be great. It's always a welcome for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He always goes too long between albums as he's aged.
Yeah. I picked up for $7 a double comp of Paul Simon. I think I can't remember what it's called, but it's fantastic. Every freaking song, man. There must be 40 songs.
Yeah.
And besides the hits, even the songs that are just deep tracks are awesome. Like,
he has
cool stuff about Tom Petty. There's not a bad song.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Simon is just like unbelievable.
Yeah, he has a pretty perfect discography for somebody that's been in the business for 60 years.
What a freaking guy that is. Hey, Richard, I spent my money, but I'm gonna keep it kind of low key until the product comes here on Tuesday. Then I'll do a video.
I can't. I'm having a quarrel with Richard. He knows this. I can't.
Yeah, you're mad at Richard.
Look at him. No.
Yeah, that was pretty cruel. It was. I think what should happen is Richard should just because he's a good guy, and I'm sure he feels bad.
He was a good guy.
He should send you a gift certificate. Like, we should be co-winners.
Right, because it's a Cosmic Torpedoes dual win.
Yeah, I think you should get not half of my money, but you should get the equal amount in your own money.
Because we know Richard just throws his money out like that to anybody anyway. Yeah.
He's a very generous man.
He is.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
he can give you some of his ABBA records, and you can give me the gift certificate.
I could send them over to you.
Because he's got plenty of ABBA records to go around.
Yeah. I feel bad, but not that bad.
I don't feel bad.
Man, it must be like almost bedtime over there, isn't it? 5 o'clock? What's 11 o'clock over there?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't feel bad, Richard. You only hurt one person. It was me. So the masses are happy. Yeah.
Sam will get over it. I needed a win, Richard. I'm glad I got it. I've been in a VC contest drought for about 2.5 years. So that was a waking up first thing Saturday morning and seeing that was cool.
Yeah, I need
nearly 10 here. Okay. 5 hours.
I need I really don't want to do another contest, but I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not budging. It's not moving. And
well, I'm like within 30 of 2,000.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it too.
Yeah, I can't move the needle. I've been at like 874, 877 for like 2 months. It's not moving.
Yeah, I know what contest does it. You need a video to go viral.
I know, and I've never had one. I've never had a video hit 2,000 views.
But you didn't do that 10 albums I listen to most often, man. That's a guaranteed.
I wasn't interested in making one. I liked watching them, but I wasn't interested in making it. It just didn't strike my fancy.
Yeah, but look at that. Look, I mean, I'm over 3,000 views on mine.
I don't like to prostitute my videos, Glenn, to get what everybody wants.
Well, call me a slut.
I'm not Dave Grohl. Yeah.
Yeah. I prostituted. Yeah.
Just stay clothed. Yeah.
I was fine. Well, I had no idea when I did it. I'd only seen.
Where are you up to now?
I'd only seen. There was Chris the Long Cut and then Mazzy. I only saw Mazzy's when I did it. I had no idea that people were doing this thing. I think that's what helped me is that I was in on it pretty early. I didn't realize it was going to be like some crazy freaking thread that went nuts.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah. Yeah, 3,000 views is pretty damn good for me. That's a big time home run.
How many did you get subs from it?
What's that?
Did you get a lot of subs from it?
Yeah, I probably picked up at least 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would get those occasionally with shorts, but those died off too.
Thank God. I was right about shorts.
They were a flash in the pan because the last couple I've done haven't hit 150 views, and I'm like,
I was right about shorts. Yeah.
They probably I had like 15 subs from them, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, if John's still watching, he talked about prostituting yourself for videos.
Well, even Larry was talking about that on one of his videos. He said he stopped doing them.
Yeah. They're pointless.
There was a point where to me, what really frustrated me about them, I like them enough, but the whole advertising your video, I'm like, if you're not one of these people that have like 100,000 subscribers, we don't need to advertise your video. Like, we just don't need that.
No.
Your channel has 2,000, 3,000 subs, which is fine, but like, I'm not on the edge of my seat waiting for an ad for your next video.
No. I'm not. As much as I love you, I don't sit here going, "All right, when's Sam putting up a video?" Or I'm sure
I know. Yeah, mark it on your calendar. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta check.
Yeah.
No, when you see them come up, you watch them. Yeah,
I know.
That's funny. Wow. But yeah, I'm glad the short thing died out a quick death.
It died out. Now I don't know how to reach that next mark. Like that's the struggle right now.
Oh man, I don't know either. Go on Rachel's live chat.
I've done that before. I did that when I was trying to get to 500.
Yeah.
And she got me probably about 10 that I needed. But yeah.
Uh-oh. I did my first short today just out of curiosity. I think I have also done my last short today. That's good. I hate those freaking things. But hey, if you want to do them, you want to do them. It's not like I slam people for doing them, but I just don't like them.
We had a
short's easy to make.
Yeah, they're easy. They're very easy to make. You just
it doesn't. I'll tell you one thing. It doesn't take long to make them.
No,
they're short.
15 seconds. Yeah. No, you have to do it on your phone, though, Marcia.
Yeah, you have to do it on your phone. Marcia, don't make us short now. Come on.
We're very.
Getting along so well, even though you don't like Tom Waits' Rain Dogs.
We're very proud here in the Old Dominion, which is Virginia, to the uninitiated. We had a Virginia boy make the NFL Hall of Fame last night. Rondé Barber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's from Roanoke.
I didn't know that.
Him and his twin brother Tiki, they went to UVA.
Yeah, they were both good players.
Yeah, Rondé played for a little bit longer. He played for Tampa, and was inducted last night. So,
wow, very cool.
He went to a local high school here in Roanoke, him and his brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Is that good news there?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody's, like local boy, makes Hall of Fame kind of thing. So,
wow.
He was always lauded because they were both, they would always come back here and do like football camps for kids and stuff. Like they were just good guys.
I'm not done one, was just curious. Well, get that curiosity out of your system and just make some nice long videos for us to watch. And I'm what's the date today?
The 6th.
5th? 6th today? Wow. I'm only 15 days, I think, from leaving for Florida.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah. I've got no vacation on the horizon. I need that, but alas.
Yeah. Well, we might be coming back and then heading to Prince Edward Island shortly after to go visit Lynn's sister too. We're debating that one, so I think that's what's happening too. So
I'll be in South Carolina in November, but other than that, I have no time off.
Is that for a show or? No,
we go to the beach in November. My immediate family, my grandparents.
To Myrtle Beach or?
No, we don't like Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it's pretty sleazy.
It's called Edisto Beach. It's much more secluded. It's about an hour from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh.
So we go and we it's a little island. We stay, we eat fresh seafood and ride bikes, and it's just very cool. Relaxing. It's the week before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm excited. But again, that's 3 months from now.
Yeah. So you only get 2 weeks vacation a year or something?
I only get 2 weeks. Yep, and no, not really any holidays either. So it sucks.
How does that work that way? Isn't it by up here? It's a law. You have to give so many weeks. They don't do that, eh?
No, there's no. Wow. I mean, the vacation is its own thing. I mean, they give you the 2 weeks. They give you a week sick and then 3 days of bereavement. And the vacation, because we're retail, it's just different. For government, that's their laws. Government work post office and that sort of thing. But no, I mean, most places here, I mean, almost everywhere is always open every day of the year.
Yeah, that's one thing.
The only days that my company is closed are Thanksgiving, Easter, and Christmas. And Easter is always on a Sunday, so I'm always off Sundays anyway. They don't do the rollover.
Yeah, big deal.
So I don't get Easter off, and then Christmas.
So Good Friday's not a holiday. It is here.
Nope, we don't get that. Thanksgiving is the only guaranteed holiday that I have every year, because Christmas could fall on a Saturday or a Sunday, and
wow.
So it's like last year. Last year Christmas was a Sunday. I only got Thanksgiving off last year.
We get statutory holiday every month of the year, I think. I don't know if there's any month.
Yeah,
we don't have. Maybe January 1st is a work holiday.
It's a holiday here too. New Year's Day.
Got one called Family Day in February, which was the newest holiday they came out with. And then Easter's usually March or sometimes Easter.
Late. It can be late March or sometime in April. Yeah.
Yeah. May we have May 24th weekend with June. Maybe June we don't have a holiday. July 1st is Canada Day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a holiday, civic holiday. Labor Day in September. Our Thanksgiving's in October.
Mm-hmm.
And then we probably don't have one in November.
Do you have like a Remembrance Day?
Christmas Day and Boxing Day are both holidays.
Do you have like a Remembrance Day or anything like that?
Yeah, but only people get it off are government workers and banks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my dad was a veteran in World War II. Never had Remembrance Day off, but a bunch of lowlifes who've never served in anything, they all get it off.
Yeah, I hate that. Weird. Yeah, we have Memorial Day in May, and then we have Veterans Day in November, and those are both holidays. And then if we have any kind of like a lot of places closed during like elections because they're voting stations. So obviously like schools and some of the churches and banks or event centers are closed because they're used as polling booths in November. But yeah, I don't get the extras, so it really sucks.
That does suck. Revolver birthday today. I didn't know that.
And Helps was yesterday, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it too early for a beer? It's 5:00 somewhere, so they say.
It's 5:00 here on the East Coast.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Rondé played for Tampa. That's right.
Yeah, John, he's from my hometown. Born and raised.
Watching the baseball game in the reflection of Glenn's picture. Yeah, 1-1 Seattle and the Angels. Come on, Angels, because Seattle's just behind the Jays for the wild card spot. We don't want Seattle to win. Hey, Double B. Now, if his middle name's Bill, he'd be Triple B.
Do you have anything planned this week? Anything exciting?
No, I got a doctor's appointment on Thursday. That's the excitement of my week. I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to take it easy, I think, this week. We had a really busy week last week. Doctor's appointments and freaking Lynn had 3 appointments, and our niece was visiting us for the weekend. She just left today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a quiet weekend. I'd like to find some records to listen to. But hopefully the 3 that come in Tuesday. I'm looking forward to that. And
that's a good week. That was my week last week. I didn't have a whole lot going on.
Glenn, I'll come up for a bit. I have to. Oh, okay. Well, here, I'll put a link on.
Yeah, I'm really interested in those Tom Waits records now. I've been burning.
And you only were going to get the CDs.
I've already bought the CDs.
Yeah, because they're already out. I saw them in the store last week.
No, they should be out the first. Well, that's what the thing said. I haven't.
Well, somebody must have got them early and put them out because I was at a record store in Kingston, Ontario the other day, and he had them all out, and they were all like remastered by Kathleen and
last
Tom
year,
Waits, and he had like 5 of them.
Well, because they just did Bad as Me and Alice.
No, these were these were the new ones, the island ones.
Yeah, he's not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. His middle name is Bruce. He's Triple B. That's hilarious.
My dad had a cousin named John St. John. I was like,
John St. John.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I never knew him, but there was a cousin or a relative or an uncle or something.
Well, it's easy to remember.
It is easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant's Walk Warehouse. Hard to say if you got a speech impediment.
It is. It'd be bad for Mike Tyson.
Try and say that 3 times fast. Walk Warehouse, Walk Warehouse, Walk Warehouse, Rock Warehouse.
I like John.
Who are the Cosmic Torpedoes? Who are the Brain Police? Yes, both work for me.
Yeah, I'm. There's Tom Waits are going to be good. Like I said, Old Crow Medicine Show has an album coming out soon. Van Morrison's instrumental album comes out next week, I think.
Do you know anything about the Old Crow live album that they did at Third Man Records?
Yeah, I've got it.
Is it good?
It's direct to acetate, so it sounds old.
Oh, really?
It sounds like crackly, but it's cool. It's definitely a it's not an audiophile record, but it's very much a vibe to it.
Yeah,
like it sounds like an old recording. Yeah. I have a copy.
I saw it in an Amazon warehouse thing, and I can't remember how much they wanted for it now. It was still too expensive to buy yet, but
mine wasn't too expensive. Mine was a standard, like, $25.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in the weight stuff. I don't know what else is coming out. I'm a big fan now of Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros. They've got a live album coming out on the 18th, so I pre-ordered that. And I'm on the fence about the live Fleetwood Mac rumors.
Rob told me he bought that like the minute that I mentioned it on our stream. Like he was buying it.
Said that. Yeah. I see the double CDs like $31.
Ooh.
Seems expensive.
Did you see Steve unbox the Stevie Nicks set?
That's too much Stevie Nicks for me.
It's a lot of Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. I think her solo albums aren't that. Again, you don't need them all.
No, the first couple.
You any relation to Jill? That's Sam's mom.
Right, yeah. No, I'm nobody of fame, Christian, that I'm related to. That's living. I'm related to Billy the Kid, and I'm related to Jesse James and Dolly Madison are the two big ones.
You're related to Billy Bonney?
No.
William Bonney, that's Billy the Kid.
It wasn't Billy the Kid, it was Jesse James.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jesse James.
How are you related to Jesse James? One of my all-time legendary, what do you call it?
Figures?
I don't know if you call it heroes, but
so
how do you refer to it? He can't be a hero. He's
he was a
bank robber and a killer, but
no, he was a bad guy.
But the whole Jesse James thing I like. Hey, John.
He took the surname of my grandma's
Howard.
maiden name, and
Howard.
No, Woodson. So he went by Jesse Woodson James. Through
okay. Oh, I see what you mean.
So he took that and was taken in by this family, and he got some intertwining there with that. And so he's up there on my mom's side.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's the biggest name that I'm related to. Like I said, Dolly Madison is the other name. I don't know how I'm related to her.
Dolly Madison. What was that? That's James Madison.
James Madison's wife. She's the one that during the War of 1812, when the Capitol was burning, she's the one who saved.
When we kicked your ass.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. She saved all the paintings of Washington.
So
she was one of the heavyweight first ladies.
Wow, very cool.
John, who are you related to?
You related to any famous people, John?
Not that I know of, no. I don't think so, no. I'm the famous person.
Right, the YouTube.
Going back 100 years, my grandmother, who was 93 when she died, and she died in 1983, so she'd be 130 something now. Her brother was the youngest captain ever to sail the St. Lawrence Seaway. He captained the ship that sailed the Seaway. That was my claim to fame.
Wow. I had family that were here in Virginia, and they came over like for Jamestown, like in the not the first settlement, but the second settlement, like in 1615 or something like that, and created like a really famous long musket rifle called the Woodson rifle that you can actually see. It's in books and everything, like in Colonial Williamsburg here in Virginia. It's like a historic weapon. So my roots are Virginia 1,000%. Goes back to the 1600s.
I don't know. Press to play. Is it an older live concert or a recent one? Which one are we talking about?
Is he talking about Oak Medicine Show?
Oh, no, maybe.
They recorded it was released in conjunction with their newest album called Paint This Town. They sung most of the songs from the album at Jack White's studio in Nashville, Third Man Records. And so Jack White is known for his weird recording techniques. And so he recorded the concert straight to acetate. So like the needle was making the groove as they were singing. And so he just put it out like a month or two ago, and it sounds very like archaic, but it's got this cool, because they're playing fiddles and everything. So it's kind of cool.
Sounds like they're 30s recording or something.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of like the low end stuff isn't picked up. Like you don't hear a lot of bass in it. But you get those fiddles like pretty high up in the mix.
Wow.
So if you like the new album,
before I buy it.
Yeah, it's an interesting listen. Again, it's not a smooth listen, but it's cool.
I talked Sammon to ordering the Tom Waits vinyl, John.
Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm going to get those, definitely.
Now we find out it's not till September 22nd for the vinyl.
I just heard. I was like, I need to call my record store and get them ordered up for me. Make sure, because they're going to go quick. So I need to make sure I get my copies in.
Yeah, I'm going to put mine on pre-order after I can down off this chat.
Yeah, I'm working hard on being a Tom Waits completist. It's happening. It's real.
Like I don't like the Black Rider, but I'm going to get it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to get everything.
I haven't listened to it for a long time, so maybe I'll like it. I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't even think I own that one on CD. So
I'm not even familiar with that one.
Yeah. And I didn't like the one with the red cover, Real Gone or something. Is it Real Gone? That wasn't my favorite either.
Yeah. I got the one, I guess it was a compilation of 3 vinyl albums. It was like Orphans.
Brawlers.
Oh, yeah. There's some good tracks on that.
I love every bit of that thing.
Do you have those on vinyl or on CD?
Yeah. I got those on vinyl.
Do you? Okay. Because on CD, they came out originally as a triple CD set. Then when they released the vinyl, they released them as separate albums.
Yeah, each one's a double album.
Yeah.
And it was just when I was getting into vinyl. Yeah, I just got into vinyl, and I was getting into Tom Waits, and I stared at him for weeks in the store, and I was like, finally just pulled the trigger. And I'm glad I did. They're good.
Do you have the live one, Nighthawks at the Diner?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have an older copy of that. It's on the thinner vinyl. Sounds really good. Sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm just going to warn you, Glenn, get one of these when you come down to Florida and keep it wet.
What is it?
It's one of those towels you put around your neck. It keeps you cold. It is so hot down here, man. I'm telling you, you are in for some heat. It is off the records hot.
I'm going to spend most of my time swimming around a saltwater pool.
There you go. Stay in the pool, stay wet, stay hydrated. It is just. My dog went out today, and he came in, and I touched him, and he was like hot. I was like, holy cow.
That's crazy.
It's brutal right now.
Yeah, what's the temperature? Like, is it 100?
I'm just looking at it. It's only 95, but it feels like, I've been in Vegas on a tarmac, and it feels like that, where it's like 115 degrees.
Wow.
It just feels so hot, and it's, it's humid. So, yeah, we're taking lots of naps down here right now.
Well, I like naps.
It's 80. It's 80 here and rainy.
Yeah, we're 80, and we've been having pretty hot weather. It's 80, 85, 90 some days.
It was nice Thursday or Friday here. It was like a taste of fall. It was low 80s, but it was a cold breeze almost.
Yeah.
It was just so nice.
Yeah, our mornings are pretty good, and then it starts to get hot. Like around 9 a.m., it starts to heat up. But if you're out at 7 or something like that, it's pretty nice out.
Yeah, there's a jazz album I was going to tell you about too, off that last video I did. I forget his name. He's a piano player. It's the one where he's kind of like staring off on the album. If you watch the video, I forget his name, but man, that is a good album. I picked it up.
Jazz album?
Yeah, it's a jazz album. I just can't remember the game because I'd never heard of him before. But if you go back and watch my video, it's a piano jazz guy. Like I said, he's sitting at the piano. He's kind of staring off. But man, it's really good. I just listened to it today.
What's the instrumentation on it? Piano, bass, and drums, or?
There's everything on there. They have trombone, flute, but it's not overdone. It's like really well done. Usually you add flute and trombone and I get a little skeptical.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really well done, and I'm not usually a jazz piano guy, but he really kind of brought it back. He was busy, but he kind of kept his piano back and really kept the horns out there.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna go back and watch your video and see. I can't remember who that was.
See, that's how I get people to watch my video. I say, "Hey, is that one?" But I can't remember the name.
Yeah, that's the way you get me to watch it twice.
I get them to watch it. Yeah,
I've already watched. As soon as those come up, I watch them, John.
Yeah, there's good stuff. Even when they have one box, you never know what they're gonna have. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, check him out. I can't remember his name. Never heard of him. I think Freddie Hubbard's on that one. But man, it's good. I really liked it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I will definitely check it out. Give it a listen. I ordered something else, the Cannonball Adderley one.
I like that. That's a really good one too. That's like one of the first jazz albums I picked up.
Do you like jazz guitar too? Do you into jazz guitar stuff?
Not so much, no. Everybody talks about Grant Green, and I just don't. I don't know. I equate that to easy listening. Like waiting room stuff, and I probably shouldn't, but that's what it reminds me of. I'm not a big jazz chord guy, or that tone. I really don't like that tone. I like a gritty blues tone.
Yeah.
But jazz is too clean for me, too pure, I think. So it's weird. It just doesn't stick for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'm just jealous because those jazz chords are pretty crazy to play.
Oh yeah, those guys are great players. There's no doubt.
Yeah. Just doesn't stick with me for some reason. I think I'm a horns. I like horns when it comes to jazz.
Yeah.
Do you not like Django Reinhardt or anything like that?
I don't think I've given him, and I've probably listened to one thing by him. So
because he's more acoustic, those acoustic, almost like he's like predates Willie Nelson's type playing because he was a big influence on Willie Nelson.
Okay.
If you like Willie Nelson's picking.
Yeah, I'd have to give him more of a chance. I think I'm just, I think I found my niche with the horns, but I want to, I need to expand more and listen to more things too.
Yeah. It depends. I just don't like it when it gets too busy that I can't, follow along.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Jazz is such a big rabbit hole. There's so much. Somebody can mention 10 jazz albums and you go and listen to them. You go, no, I don't like that. Love that one. Hate that one. Don't like it. It's just so hit and miss, man. Like you can't just go randomly buy a bunch of jazz albums and think because I like jazz, I'm gonna like it.
No.
It's always good to like when you break out like just learning jazz. Like you look at some of like the other players that they're with, like McCoy Tyner or like Elvin Jones.
Yeah.
Like you go to their discography and then ripple out.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it.
Like even like with like Miles Davis
on somebody else's album, you go, oh man, I'll check that guy out.
Like that's how I got into Bill Evans because he's on he's playing So What, that piano,
yeah,
like that's Bill Evans. And like, oh yeah, Bill Evans, love him. And my dad's a big fan of his solo album with Tony Bennett. It was just the piano and Tony Bennett singing. And so like I got into that and then branched out into Bill Evans. Like I was telling Glenn earlier, John, I picked up 2 Bill Evans records on Acoustic Sounds. They were having like $20 records during Christmas in July, and so I was like, I've got to get those. So, stuff like that. You just to ripple out is the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. But like, again, like you said, like a lot of those guys, like Coltrane and Miles, like they don't really have guitar players on their records. Like you would never really go down that guitar rabbit hole with them. No. So I get that too.
No.
Yeah, not till later, obviously.
But
Like,
Miles later on, he had John
Later,
McLaughlin.
yeah.
Yeah.
But not like your 50s bop jazz or anything
If
like
you
that.
listen to Jack Johnson, I mean, John McLaughlin's just wailing on that album. Oh my
love
God.
that album. That is so good. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that one and Bitches Brew. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah. I'm totally mad about this Alice Coltrane album, the Journey to Satchmandanda or whatever it's called. And I'm going, I love Alice Coltrane. I just freaking love her. And I went on Spotify and I sampled every Alice Coltrane album. I couldn't find one other album that I liked.
See, that happens too, right?
It was all weird shit.
Yeah. She got too like abstract jazz or
well, that's what happened.
Well, some of it had like chanting on it, and some of it had too much orchestra on it for me. I don't like jazz with orchestras.
Well, that's what happened with me with like Wilco. Like I love their first couple, and then like even like going to like Yankee Foxtrot Hotel, I'm like, that's not really for me. I can't get no. I even tried to listen to their newer country album. I didn't like that. I thought it was too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big orchestra guy. I don't like syrupy kind of orchestras and stuff.
Yeah, because you don't like the crooners either with their orchestras.
No, I can't do.
I like the crooners, but yeah, I'm not big into. I like Etta Fitzgerald and I like Louis Armstrong. I like some voices, but I'm not a Billie Holiday guy, which I guess she's jazz.
See, I like Billie Holiday.
And her voice, doesn't do it for me. Now I liked when, what's her name? She did the Billie Holiday movie recently.
Was it Jennifer Hudson that did that? No.
She's got one album, Cheers to the Fall, that I really liked. And she did Billie Holiday and did a whole album singing as Billie Holiday, and I enjoyed that more.
Yeah.
Andra Day. Andra Day.
Andra Day, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to Cheers to the Fall, check that album out. It's the only album I think she's really put out, and it's right in that Amy Winehouse.
Well, Billie Holiday's was so bluesy. Like her music to more was more blues than jazz.
Yeah, she dates back to the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just the tone. I don't know, something about her tone I couldn't get into for some reason. It could change. 10 years from now I'll be a big Billie Holiday fan.
Yeah, I'm real picky on vocals. But Louis Armstrong, I like Louis Armstrong's voice.
Yeah, I like that gruff voice. It's cool. It has personality.
Yeah.
And he just seems happy I don't know. He just makes me smile when I listen to him. I don't know why. He sang with a smile,
Yeah, he did.
Something about that guy.
Like the Nat King Cole trio. I would kill for a Nat King Cole trio album without the vocals. Like, exactly. Nat's a great singer. I'm not saying anything about it. I mean, I respect it, but he's such a great jazz piano player, and he has such a great little combo. I would love to hear some of that instrumentally.
Yes. Why are they not reissuing this stuff?
You can have Nat's vocals on it. I'm not saying you got to destroy Nat's vocals on anything if you love Nat King Cole's singing, but I would just love to hear an instrumental performance from that band.
Yeah, you can't find that on vinyl. I haven't had any luck, and then they're not reissuing it. I don't know why somebody's not going back to that and reissuing that.
I'm interested to know when they're going to put out the Black Friday record store list. I don't know when they normally do that, but it'll be in November.
Oh, okay. Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in that last quarter of the year, creeping up on it.
I know already. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I'd say within the next month they should have that list out.
Lots of jazz is great. Yeah, lots of it's great and lots of it sucks. It's just all over the place.
A lot of it
so much.
Yeah,
you love Sammon and Garfunkel.
Oh yeah, love them.
Yeah.
Triple B loves Nat King Cole.
I do too. I'm a crooner guy.
Still pop and rock my faves. Yeah, I think that's probably where we all come from. But you got to branch out.
That's probably a little bit in every genre I can, except for like really heavy metal. I don't really get into that. I try, but
no, I don't either. It doesn't.
I
don't mind. hard rock if it's has like dynamics to it, but if it's just constant, just like that, I can't do that.
That's where I liked Metallica a little bit, because they went into an area of more of a melodic sound to me on that Black album. Yeah, and that's the one album I do like by them, but the rest I can take or leave. I have to have that melody. I think we were talking about that the other night. You got to have that hook, that feel. I'm just not a guy that can the whole time, and, you know, have a dog as a lead singer. I can't do it.
No,
I'm not there. But I get it. I can get how people like it, I guess.
Like a lot of those guys, I mean, and not dogging because I love these guys, but guys like, you know, Aaron, Muth Alamayer, and Josh, the flip side, like they'll listen. Like I'll listen to like Aaron's Tipsy Tuesday. I'm like, I can't listen to the music because I'm like, I can't find a melody in it or anything like that. And I'm a lyric guy too, so
yeah,
it's, I don't know, it's
just too much noise.
It's a lot for me.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And even guys like, like Metallica that are considered, you know, the early thrash kind of guys, like even them, like I'm just like,
I can't listen to that.
No,
I can't do Metallica. I can't do any of them.
Certain Black Sabbath, I can't do.
It's
first 4 Black Sabbath albums I can handle. After that, I can't take it.
Yeah.
Those first 2 were perfect because they were bluesy rock and roll. You know, it was heavy, but it was. Ozzy had a good voice, and the melodies were there. So yeah.
Coltrane
is great. Led Zeppelin way.
See, Coltrane can be challenging too, though. Coltrane can go from great to like I can't listen to unlistenable.
Yeah, for me, like he got out there, and then I couldn't.
Another guy is Ornette Coleman.
With Coltrane,
Coleman gets like so much respect, and I can't listen to it. How many notes can you play?
And that's his whole thing, though, to be as out there. And I know it was just too much for me.
Hey, look at this. Art agrees with me. Someone's agreeing with me. Let's put that up again. It has to be melodic.
You can show that to Lynn, Glenn.
Death metal is a no. That's why I like Judas Priest. See, I would never even listen to Judas Priest.
Or Iron Maiden, or
none of them. They're all just out of my wheel.
Thin Lizzy,
even. Yeah. Well, Thin Lizzy was a bit more rock than metal.
Yeah, the Jailbreak album. That's a good album.
Yeah, and Gary Moore played with them for a while, and he's a great guitar player.
Did you have you gotten your package from Matt Street, Glenn?
No, I haven't got it yet. I looked on Friday. Listen here.
It was going to take a little bit, but he mailed them the same day he mailed mine. So I don't know.
Yeah, it'll probably take a couple of weeks to get here.
Yeah.
But as soon as it gets here, I'll put up a video.
You're gonna love it because it's just pure ear candy. Yeah. It's what you want in a rock record.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. Hey guys, I gotta go. Time to go upstairs. Work day's over. Go up and spend some time with my wife.
Well, you enjoy it
at the Costco, so
yeah,
I'm good too.
Good to see you, John.
Thanks for suggesting this, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for curing a little bit of boredom and getting me away from Rob's video. Yeah. That's what I was watching before this.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
okay, guys, have a good one. Thanks everyone who joined us and your comments and participation. Thank you. Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right, see you guys.